Sam Space 81 here visiting Bama Brown, checking out his badass race car. What's going on, Bama?
Well, this is, you know, I'm on radio on iHeart and also on the Discovery Channel or Velocity Channel with Iron Resurrection. But I just signed a 4-year contract with iHeart, and part of the deal with them is that I wouldn't race a car. And also can't get in a hot air balloon or parachute. There's a bunch of other stuff I can't do, but they were specific about me racing a car. So I'm going to sell my race car. There's a few cars that you'll in your life that you see and you immediately go, I've got to have that, and that was this car. My buddy, who's exactly the same size as me, 6 foot, 230 pounds, he had this car pro-built by Birdco here in Austin, probably the best known pro car builder in this area. And he had this car pro-built, and the day that they rolled this out of the garage, I pulled up and I said, I got to have that car. And he spent over 45 grand having this car built. Now, I didn't pay that, but it wasn't far from it. And it has sat in the garage ever since, because either my wife wouldn't let me race or my company was like, you can't do that. And so with this last contract, I'm 59, so that takes me to 63. They were adamant about me not driving a race car because apparently I'm not a very good driver, and they thought I'd get killed, or worse yet, kill somebody and they would sue iHeart is the whole key to the thing. I understand that. But this car fit me so well. Yeah, I mean, it's just the neatest car. I knew the guy that built it, and it just his quality work, as you can see. And I mean, it's just the neatest car. It still has the VIN number. So if you wanted to race or be pro street, if you wanted to be king of the hill, if you wanted to really, and this was kind of something I started to do, if you wanted to pull up to the local cruise and own the cruise, this would be the car to do it with. And it's just, I just think it's just a badass looking car in every angle. It looks like a pro stock car that I grew up with, you know, Glidden, or you could almost see Alderman, you know, when he raced these, I mean, this is exactly what they ran, and it looks just like a pro stock car, and that's what I loved about it. And I really hate to sell it, but I'm going to want 12 grand, which is about 1/4 of what it costs to build. And it's set up for small Mopar, but you could put big block anything. It's got set up for power glass. You could put any engine transmission in there. There's room for anything. So you could go in any direction. And if you just had to, I think you could rebody this car very cheap with a later Camaro body or something like that if you just had to, but and still be, you know, 20-30 grand ahead of the game. But it is a car that has never been on the track, never been on the street, just been in the shop. And I guarantee you, this is an 8-second street car, and you could cert to 790s with it and be safe, and it would handle with this A-arm front suspension. I love the A-arm front suspension because if you get on a really crappy track, it won't lose it like a strut will. Yeah, I love this car. I don't want to sell it, but you know, I got a daughter in college, and I got to have my jobs, and you know, iHeart's pretty. Them and Velocity both are pretty adamant about me not racing it. So there you go.
So what we got underneath here?
It's got a 40 spline Strange complete rear end, guaranteed for life, 538 gear. So no matter what you put in front of it, it ain't gonna hurt it. And the wheelie bars are up in the shop. I didn't go get the wheelie bars, but of course you can see it's got a ladder bar setup. I like a ladder bar setup. Once again, so if you get into a track that's not that great, it'll still bite and do the job. And let me jack it up here, you can get an idea. But it's got, you know, you can put just about any size tire you want to put under it, but you put a 1432, you put a mild big block 1432 in a Glide in this car, and you could run low 9s all day long and never do nothing but change plugs all season. And you know, at 2,000 pounds, you can kind of get an idea of how well the chassis is built. You can see the wheelie bar mounts, pro set of wheelie bars, and I mean it's built to do the, of course, disc all the way around and everything. So it's first class car.